And welcome to 2026. As we end at 2025 at Aqueduct, we begin the new year in Miami. But although the year changes, some things remain the same, and some of the things that remain the same are good, like free picks today over at Turf Paradise. There's a link in the description on YouTube to take advantage of that over at Guaranteed Tip Sheet. As always, the show's over right here at horseracingtoday.net. We'll post our picks as well as our thoughts, our bennies and the bets. Right here, you'll be able to download the smart sheet for the day. You can also do that in the description on YouTube right now if you'd like. Here's the explanation. If you like what we do in 2026 or 2025 or any day, hit that tip jar. Pick up Terry and I with a cup of coffee or a Diet Mountain Dew. Right there, you get the link to the free track of the day. Just go ahead and take advantage of that right there. And also start your new year with some new gear, HRT gear right there. Hit that button in the menu. Take you over here. 25% off orders $50 or more for the next 6 days left. Okay, Terry. Well, hopefully we can start the new year on a good note. Race number 1. A whole bunch of races today. A couple of stakes races as well. But the first one is a maiden optional claiming. This one's for $50,000. And as we like to do, Terry, with these maiden races, we like to look at those winning average speed figures, 74. Our smart sheets will tell us who has hit 74 and who has not.
Well, take a look there. You can see that the 5 is the only one that has hit the 74, although the 4 and the 7 have come within 2 points of doing that. So all the rest of them have not.
Yeah, we have Par Plus where we project out 1,000 speed figures, and in that, every single horse today does have a chance. We see over here, Terry, a couple of interesting things. Some first-timers in here today. Scoring system goes up to 3. What do you see here?
Well, you can see that the 3 has a 2.37, and then the 8 has a 2.25, I think it is. Need to be at 2.5 is where we like to see him, because the perfect score is 3.
Yeah, we also note that, though, that you got a bunch of no horses in there. Horse that is making its first start does have a chance because you just don't know what it's capable of. So as long as you have a bunch of no's, you got to look at perhaps the maybes first. Here we see that Sally J, second race upside, could put that horse's speed figure to 75. Just 1 point clear, so it would probably need maximum improvement. Don't know that that could happen. As far as our race shape is concerned, Terry, you see most of these horses, 3 of them closed, 3 of them not within 5 lengths of the winner at the finish line. As we pointed out, 2 first-time starters. Who's likely to get the lead here?
Well, it looks like the 4 has the best chance to get the lead, according to the data.
Yeah, it looks like he's got a solid chance to get to the lead in a race where nobody really wants to have the lead. As far as their limited experience, Terry, some of these horses might get races that give them a good chance.
Yeah, you take a look at that 1 and that 7. They both are way above the 50% threshold we like to see for season. So they're going to be very comfortable in here.
Indeed. So that 4 horse has a big advantage there, Terry, according to our top total pace. It's our simulation favorite. Does it get to the lead and win in the opener for you?
Yeah, I like the 1 over the 4. Striking Finale, finished 3rd versus similar in the last race, has highest last speed rating, is tied. She has a high percentage winning trainer, and Lasix is added. 4 Vanishes, drops in class today, breeding suggests you'll like the grass. Has a bullet workout on December 24th. Angelic Quality, the 6 has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey, and Lasix is added today. And then number 5, Blazing Bridget, has finished in the money in 2 out of 4 career starts, has a high percentage winning trainer, and a 4 furlong workout on December 27th. That was pretty nice. No bets for me here.
I'm going to start with 4. Vanish is my top selection. His top total pace, 17 points clear of everybody else with any kind of experience. 5 points equals 1 length. That's a 3.5 length late total pace edge. Big gap early on, too. So that horse should be out in the front, notwithstanding what the couple of first-timers do. Blazing Bridget, that one showed some better pace early on last time out. You see that right here in the middle, quarter right there. First Lasix could boost late. It is the only yes horse in the field that merits your attention as well. Droopy, the 8 horse, is the top-ranked first-timer, and the rest of the horses are no's and maybes. I'm going to take a little bit of a flyer here to close out my picks in the opening race today and of 2026 for us. That's the 9 horse, Sally J. Did show some speed and then faded in its debut. That it's not necessarily a bad thing. You see that right here. Now it's catching first-time Lasix. That combination usually works out pretty well. This is a horse making just its second start. So there is second start upside to this horse, particularly with the Lasix. So why not at a big price? 4, 5, 8, 9 for the 50-cent trifecta box for me, Mr. Terry. Here are our thoughts for race number 2. For those of you who like to do daily doubles, now they do like to kind of stroll around a little bit down there in Miami before they get racing, Terry. So while they stroll around, let's give everybody something they can do right now to help the show and to make sure they don't miss any of our work in 2026.
Well, you go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is very easy to do. It doesn't cost anything. Hit the little bell. That'll notify you about whenever any of the good programs coming up, such as Foreign Fridays. And also go ahead and copy the link at the bottom and share that with everybody so they can come and take a look at us and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Go to our social sites at Horse Racing Today, and give us a thumbs up, a like, and that's on X, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and Blue Sky. And then keep the comments and picks coming that you do during the show, as we enjoy to see them and they help us out a lot.
Yeah, absolutely, 1,000%. Any kind of interactivity, like comment section, that'll help us. Hello, Room J. Nice to see you. I love the picture there. It's kind of how I feel most of the time when I'm doing my handicapping, hair on fire. So they are loading up right now for race number 1. Let's see if we can find any value. 4 horse, 7-2 versus 5-2. That ain't too bad. 1 horse, a little bit there. No. The 9 horse we have at 7-1 right now. That one's at 14-1, so you're getting twice the value that you should. 3 horse 7-1, that's fair. 8 horse 7-1, a little bit close to fair. The 5 horse 3-1, not really fair on that one at all. All right, Peter Aiello about to make the first call of 2026 in Hallandale Beach, FLA, where it's probably a lot warmer than it is here today in Chicago. All right. I think they're just waiting for somebody to get in the gates there. The 9 horse is being a little bit difficult. Perhaps didn't care for the first time around the track, so he's being a little bit more belligerent in getting into the gates. And now you got a couple of other horses really acting up too, as the 9 horse is probably agitating them a touch. And they're off. They're running. In 2026, Terry. The 4 horse, the projected leader, guess where he is, Terry?
He's in the front.
He's on the front. And the long shot, the 9, second career start in the shotgun position as they go around the track early on. And then you got that 1 horse down there, striking finale, Terry's pick in a good stalking 3rd position, one I might regret not having in my trifecta box. The 4 horse, a little under 24 seconds for the opening quarter, maybe a little bit enthusiastic for the opening quarter today, but hey, you got to do what you got to do. They're making their way down the backstretch with that front angle. Really not a whole lot of change in the running order. 4 horse continues to lead after a slower 48.5, so they really got to turn the tempo down a little bit, and they come around the bend. The 3 horse is working pretty hard. The 9 horse, the jockey's sitting down on that one. He's feeling pretty confident, it looks like. The 4 horse continues to be dominant, although the 1 horse, the jockey's standing straight up on that guy. So I got a feeling he's got some horse left in him. We'll see if he does or if he doesn't. The 9 horse is trying to keep him in. The 5 horse is coming aggressively. I think the 5 horse could be your winner. It might have been the 1 horse if the 1 horse could have. So the 4 horse is going to go wire to wire. It's going to go 4-5-1. And unfortunately, I did not have that one. I said I might regret it. I do regret it. The 9 horse still ran a pretty solid race at a decent price. So what can you do, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we cannot show the races, folks, because they just don't have it. This is Aqueduct. This is not Aqueduct. This is Gulfstream, folks. Right?
That's right.
All right. Race number 2, Terry. It's next on our list of things to do. We've already shown who we think will win. It's 5.5 furlongs on the all-weather track. Profile of the winner is aggressively favors horses that can get forward. 42% of the winners go wire to wire. The rail is fair, 2 and 3 discount. 4 through 7 is the best place to be. 8 and out, a small bonus. So horses from the middle out, Terry, with speed have a good chance. And we do have one on the outside with some speed.
We sure do, and it has pretty good speed at what, 32% plus. Closest to it is the 1.
Yeah, good chance to get out to the lead there. We also see here that we have one class dropper, the 4, Rocket's Sister. That 7 horse, Terry, did show some better late fractions, better early fractions, and better middle to late pace. 7 should be a part of the early speed. Pretty much everybody here wants to be middle forward. So getting a good trip matters, Terry. Who's going to get a good trip?
Well, take a look there. That 1 has the best with the 88.33%, but you also have the 3 and the 4 that are above 50%. All of them show some kind of a number there, but those 3 horses would probably be the most comfortable in this race.
Yeah, they all hit par or come within 1 point of being able to run a speed figure of 79. So clearing that hurdle is no problem for anybody. If you're looking for a horse that shouldn't give you problems from connections, which horses are you looking at?
Well, if you take a look here, you can see the 5 has got the best jockey. 2's got the best trainer, but I think the 7 is actually the best jockey-trainer combination.
4 horse. 1, race number 1. There you go, Wesley. The 4 horse was your winner in the opener. You like that? A good call. Thank you. Outfoxed. Good for number 1, the 4 horse. Hopefully you had that one. 2nd on the 5th, 3rd on the 1st. Yeah, unfortunately, I had hoped to get that one of those long shots to come in behind on that trifecta, but it didn't happen. Should have really put a lot on that 4 horse with that plus 17. I mean, somebody was going to have to do a lot to beat that horse with that plus 17 total pace. As far, Terry, as our simulation favorites, we do see here we got 3, the 2, the 3, and the 5. They stand out. They're also our top total pace horses over here. The 2 horse Spicy Guacamole. That's the only way to have guacamole. A little salty, perhaps, as well. That won a 3-point last race speed figure edge, and Andrew Beyer says that's something he looks for. Is that something you look for in putting Spicy Guacamole on top of your picks?
It sure is. Spicy Guacamole won the last race at Gulfstream Park, has a high speed rating. Last speed rating has a high percentage winning trainer jockey. Then Misprint won 4 races out of the last 5 starts. Very consistent horse, loves to win, has a high percentage winning trainer, can handle the distance. That's my 2nd choice. 3rd choice is Happy Ride. Finished 2nd as a favorite last out. Trainer wins 24% of the time with beaten favorites, and jockey has a strong win rate. Chloe's Toy, the 5, is my long shot. Performs well at at Gulfstream. Won 59% of the, bid of the money 59% of the time, winning 21% of the races here. And then holds the top speed figure for today's distance and a top percentage winning jockey. I'm going to play the very first Miami Voice, Don Johnson, pick 4, 2, 3, 5, 7 with the 3, 4 with the 4, 5, 8, 1, 2, 4, 7, $48 ticket.
So you got the 2, 3, 2, 5. Can't change it for a double, Fox. Is that what we're looking at there? I have the 2 on top of my ticket, too. Guacamole, spicy variety. Of course, should bring the speed figure edge to this track today. Better last time out from the middle to the end of the race. And today, that's that classic 3rd start after a layoff, so room to improve across the board. Then the 3 horse Misprint. The horse is very consistent. There's no question about that. Does have some early pace, and there's no doubt that this horse is in form at the moment. Close Toy, the 5 horse on my list, is tied for our simulation favorite with the top total pace. The works suggest that the new barn is going to push this horse a little bit more forward than we've seen to date. And then finally, the 7 horse Happy Ride. This horse got a good chance, as we pointed out, to be on the lead, where 42% of the horses go wire to wire. That one gets out on some easy-ish fractions. We could see, just like the 4, the 7, take them all the way. off to race number 3 we go, Terry. 10 races to start the new year. So we're earning our money on this January 1st, 2026. They're going to go a mile. 1 mile at the Gulfstream track is a 1-turn mile, as you can see here, which means more often than not, those races act more like sprints than they do routes. And in this case, we do see that about 1 out of 5 horses that get the call at the quarter-mile marker also get the call at the finish line. Stop, smile for a photo session. The rail, he's a daredevil, a little bit of a bonus. 2 through 7, a little under par. 8 and out, that's the best attire to wear, Terry. So do we have any speed, particularly Buffalo girls on the outside?
Well, not really. The closest to is the 4, but take a look there. There's 4 horses that are really close in their speed numbers. So just anyone's guess who's going to get that quarter pole first.
And what's interesting about all of that is the 3 wants to be on the lead. The 4 likes to co-pilot. Everybody else wants to sit in the back. So that means the 5 and the 2 and even potentially the 1 are what we call left arrow horses. Horses that with their normal giddy up and go should be a little bit more forward than they're accustomed to in here, Terry. But that doesn't really seem to upset their chances to win for most of them.
No, all of them have some kind of a number except for the 6 on the C zone, but the best one is probably that 3 horse at 66.64%. And another one, the 2 is also in the 60%. So they're going to be very comfortable.
Stop Being Greedy is also your only class dropper here, Terry. Looks like you got some options if you like jockeys and trainers in this one.
Yeah, the 1's the best jockey, but there's a couple others that got pretty good jockeys. And then the 3 is the best trainer, but I think the 3 is the best jockey-trainer combination.
As far as our simulation odds, we find the 4 horse is a clear-cut favorite, although a lot of horses going forward. That 1 horse that should sit right off the pace has a pretty aggressive late speed edge. It's the biggest in-race advantage. He's a daredevil, about a length and a half late speed over everybody else. 4 also tops out as our top total pace. So we got speed and we got closer, Terry. Who do you got?
Well, let me take a look here. I like in this race the 3. What a tiz. Won last race at Gulfstream Park. Has a high percentage winning trainer and likes the distance. Then the 4, Guys Trip, finishing the money in the last 5 races, winning 1 of those. Best start speed is fast among today's starters. He's a daredevil. The 1 is my next picks. Ran 2nd versus similar last race. Royal Post winning at an 18% clip. Best dirt speed is fast among today's starters. Tied actually with the 4 horse and has a high percentage winning jockey. The 5 is my long shot, drops in class today. Trainer and jockey also have high win percentages. No bets for me in this race.
What it is, that one gets the top call for me too. Could be the lone E. Good chance to get up to a front versus a field that wants to be middle back with a C zone. So if he gets the lead, should be very comfortable out front. And then I have the 4 horse Guys Trip as my second choice. Some strong workouts prepping for today, but the trainer, when the horse is off 46 to 90 days, hasn't won one in 19 tries. That's a pretty tough number to overcome. He's a daredevil, strong rail, decent works, in the money, 5 out of 7 at the distance. He's run other distances 4 times other than a mile and hasn't hit the board yet. And then finally, Stop Being Greedy. That is your morning line favorite in there, Terry. Should be better in the second up. It is your only class dropper in the field. No Benny in the bets for me. Race number 4, we will have some bets. I think it's another one of those pick 4s in there, Terry. It is. We're going to go to a mile on the turf. I think this is the most common distance today, so keep an eye out on these races. It's 1 complete trip around the turf course. So make 2 turns in there, and that typically looks for a horse. That stock still 22%. Emmett Smith, go wire to wire. Pretty strong rail for governing party. 2 and 3 at discount. 4 and out, they're almost fair, but inside is a little bit better than outside, Terry. So being forwardly placed in race number 4 will make a difference. And who should be out there?
Well, look, the 2 has really good numbers, followed up by the 8 and then the 3. So,
yeah, indeed they do. And look at this race shape. The 6 wants to be out front. The 3 wants to co-pilot. All those other horses want to close. And all those numbers that you talked about, Terry, they're all left arrow horses. Everybody but the 2. Looks like they're going to get an okay trip today.
Yep, that's right. You take a look there. There's a lot of them that are really either a little exceeds the 50% threshold that we like to see or are very close to it.
Yeah, it looks to me like, Terry, this might be one of those races where finding value is the way to go. Do we have any?
Well, the 8 shows a little bit of value from 3-1 to 9-2, and that's about the only one I see.
Yeah, it looks like the odds maker did a pretty good job of setting the order there. I gotta like that.
Yeah.
As far as some improvement is concerned, Terry, well, it looks like the 9-horse Yankee Drummer is the one that perhaps showed the most improvement. Also, a top last race speed figure, 3 points clear of everybody else. 5 is your simulation favorite. It is your top total favorite, Terry, but it's not your favorite if you like to pair up jockeys with trainers.
No, the 7 has the best jockey trainer, and that's the best combination as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, and who's the best combination to find the top of your ticket?
I like the 8 Operation Torch, placed in 7 of 9 starts with 1 win, which is pretty nice. Drops in class, returns to a route is going to help, and top percentage winning jockey is aboard. Then I like Shrug, the 5. Drops in class today, best turf speed is fast among today's starters, has a bullet workout on December 27th. And then 4 Superintendent finished second as a favorite last out, but the turn wins 26% of the time when bringing beaten favorites back to race again. And the jockey has a strong win rate. I like the 7 as my long shot, drops in class today, has a high percentage winning trainer, switches to a jockey who has a high percentage win rate. I'm going to play the 2nd Miami Vice, pick 4. 4, 5, 7, 8 with 1, 2, 4, 7 with 5, 6 with 3, 4, 5, a $48 ticket.
I'm going to start with Shrug. Simulation favorite, top total pace horse, seen tougher. Horse has a bullet workout prepping, should be sharp today against a lighter company. The 8 horse, Operation Torch, lowest level of its career, Mr. Terry, and the trainer wins at 36%. It's the first time he pops a horse into the claiming ranks. Overall, the guy just wins at 7%. That is like a king alpha angle. Murphy, now the 7 horse gets its props. Trying turf for the first time off the claim for the Jose D'Angelo barn. You might know what he's doing because he's putting Irad Ortiz in the irons today. And then finally, Yankee Drummer does have that top last race speed figure 9, 3 points clear of everybody else. 4 really good workouts with a little bit of time on the rest, but coming off that bench record's a little bit spotty. That's why I left it off my pick 4, maybe regretfully. 5, 7, 8 with the 1, 2, 5, 6 with the 4, 6 with the 2, 3, 4, and 8. That is a $48 pick 4 for me. GP race 1, 159. The second one, they can't even trap him. They beat him 2. I don't know what race you're talking about, but we haven't gotten to race 2 yet, but maybe they're talking about another track. Race number 5, Terry, marks the middle of today's opening card of 2026. 5 furlongs on the all-weather, and I can tell you this. 5 furlongs on the all-weather, you better be fast because early speed wins 38% of the time on the lead. The post positions are mostly fair, but if you do catch a 8 or out, you do have an additional big bonus to take home the top prize, Terry. In race number 5, where's the speed?
Well, the 5 has all the speed, but the 2 and the 1 also are pretty close to that. So it just depends on who gets the best break.
Yeah, you see most of this field wants to be middle forward, Terry. That could give this 3 horse back here, if he wants to close, a good opportunity to run some of these down. Unfortunately, he doesn't show up, though, in the late pace numbers. Doesn't really show up in the C zone either. It looks like there's one pretty big standout on the C zone.
Yeah, that 5 Cruising Man has a 76 plus C zone, so very comfortable in there.
And what's interesting about it, it's the only horse that hasn't hit par so far, has a 0, according to our simulations, chance to hit par. I mean, there's probably never anything 0. We look for some value in the last race, maybe some value in this race.
A little bit with the 1 from 3-1 to 4-1, and then that 4 has a pretty nice value from 7-1 to 12-1.
Fulantino, 3-point last race speed figure edge. The 2 horses, your simulation favorite. The 6, Terry, is your top total pace. Who's your top jockey trainer?
Well, the 1 looks like the best jockey. The 4 the best trainer, but the 1 actually has the best trainer-jockey combination.
So if you like speed figures, you take the 1. If you like Simons, you take the 2. If you like top total pace, you take the 6. Who did you take in the 5th race?
I like the 7, Sousa Summer, finished in the money in 4 races out of the last 5 starts. Very competitive horse, drops in class today, has a high percentage winning trainer, switches to a jockey who has a high percentage win rate. And then I like the 1, likes Gulfstream, finishing in the money 78% of the races, winning 33% of the starts, can handle the distance. Trainer and jockey also have high win rates. Then the 2 is my third choice. The early speed running style will help chances. Has won 2 races out of 2 starts at today's distance, so likes the distance, and has a high percentage winning trainer. Fluid situation. The 4 is my long shot, finishing the money in 3 out of 4 last 4 starts, winning 2 of those. Has a high percentage winning trainer. No additional bets for me here.
I have the 6 horse Louis the Sun King as my top pick. Top total pace, a very consistent horse. This guy likes the distance too, Terry. 7 out of 8 times in the money. 1, Foolin' Ido. Should be forward. I ran on top for the first time, and this horse does like to run well. First time off the bench, like today. El Apagón. That is the 2 horse. That is your morning line favorite. It is a class dropper. As you mentioned, Terry, the 2 horse winning 2 for 2 at the distance. The problem for me is this horse does seem to hang a little bit at the end of races. And then the 5 horse for me is next up, Cruisin' Man. This horse is going to be on the gas. He will be cruising out front with the top C-zone. Look out if he gets some easy fractions. My betting in the bet right here is a $5 exacta key box. That's 6 with 5-1 morning line odds, and in the money, 7 out of 8 at the distance over the 1, 2, 5, and 7. Second half of the card begins now. But before we do that, Terry, help us start the year on a big note, folks. Hit that like button. Let's see if we can get that number of likes over 30. What else can you do to help support the show in 2026, Terry?
Well, you're watching it on YouTube, of course. If you are, you can subscribe to it. If you're not, go to YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube channel and give us hit the bell so you can be notified about all the different programs coming up. And then give us, go ahead and copy the link at the bottom. Share with everybody you know so they can come and take a look at us too. Then go to our social sites at Horse Racing Today and give us a thumbs up and a like. And then keep these comments coming and picks. We like to see them. They help us out a lot.
They do indeed. Any interactivity is a big boost to our search engine scores. So we appreciate comments. We appreciate likes. We appreciate when you come back. And inside the description on YouTube, we will timestamp every race so you can come back and watch why we like what we like and then see if that makes sense for you. So helps us out a ton. Hello, Lauren. Happy New Year. No picks at Gulfstream, but I'll have picks for Fairgrounds at Turf Paradise. That'll be over at Lauren_Shap on X. Make sure you utilize all of Lauren's hard work. Race 6 is another one. 5 furlongs on the all-weather. Terry, again, got to be fast. Almost 4 out of 10 win on the front. Post positions are fair. If you are on the outside with speed, you get a little bit of extra juice. Terry, who's got? Well, there's a lot of juice in the beginning of this one.
Yeah, all of them show some kind of speed, especially the 2 and the 3. So it just depends on who gets the best break. I think is going to get to that quarter pole first.
Yeah, if you look too here, 2 and 4 want to be out front. Everybody else kind of middle back. Should favor some speed in there, Terry, for sure. But looks like all of the favorable trips, kind of match up with the post position bias. All those strong C zones are on the outside.
They sure are. You take a look at the 5, 6, and 7, and they're above that 50% threshold we like to see.
Yeah, we have one interesting horse in here with high limit room, a place you won't find me, at least not at the current status, maybe in a year or so. That one was 5 ways better. So you had better early pace, better mid pace, better late pace, better fractions. I see a lot of those horses find their way into the winner's circle, Terry. It's also our simulation favorite. But he doesn't catch the top jockey-trainer combo. I mean, top trainer or jockey, but maybe the top combo. What do you think?
Yeah, well, the 6 has the best jockey. The 2 has the best trainer. But, that 4, I think, is the best trainer-jockey combination.
The 6 horse, sharp note. Sharp last time out, 7 points better than everybody else with that speed figure. Also your top total pace horse, Terry. So do you like the speed figure and top total pace? Do you like the sim odds with the jockeys and trainers, Terry? How do you like it in race number 6?
Well, I like the 6 sharp note. Placing the money in 4 recent starts, winning 3 of those. High percentage winning trainer with a 42% win rate at a after a horse's last victory. And then the strong jockey stats. And then hot take a joke, Jake. The 5 is my second horse. Likes Gulfstream, finishing the money 75% of the time, winning 25% of the starts at Gulfstream. At today's distance, he's been the money 67% of the time and won 33% of those. And then I like the 4 High Limit Room, won 3 of the last 4 races, top speed at today's distance, gets a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Fast Fixer, the 3, long shot, finishing the money in 4 out of the last 6 starts, winning 2 races, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. No additional bets for me here.
I have the 6-horse Shape Note, top selection for me. That guy has the top last race speed figure, 7 points better than everybody else. Top par, top total pace, top par plus, top C zone, just tops everything. So that's why he tops my picks. High Limit Room, clearly in form at the moment. As we pointed out, that horse was 5 ways better in its last race. Hot Take Jake, robust effort in its last start. Resume says the second after layoff should be at least as good. And then finally, Fast Fixer, the 3-horse, chance to be forward. Also, interesting to me, I thought about really putting this guy a little bit higher, Terry, because 3-horse should be a part of that early pace.
Yeah.
Does have some of that late speed to boot. So if he gets out front, he's got the late legs to stay there. No bets for me, but we will have another bet as the late pick 4 comes into play in race number 7. This one's a kind of a goofy distance, Terry. 7.5 furlongs on the turf. So far at that funny distance, you're looking at Stalker's doing well. Still 25%, 1 out of 4, taking the title on the lead. The rail is strong for flat top box. 2 and 3 is the best place to be. Anywhere from 4 and out, man, they've really suffered at the distance, Terry. So maybe a little bit of tactical speed with a 1, a 2, or a 3 is the way to get to the winner's circle. And, well, we don't see any of that.
No, we actually see the 4 and the 5. They're very close in their speed numbers. They're going to try to go to that quarter pole first.
Indeed. Well, we've been searching for some value. Maybe we finally get some in this race.
Well, the 2 has a nice value from 3-1 to 10-1, and the 8 has a nice a value from 7-2 to a nice 10-1.
Yeah, finally a little bit of value. Looks like if you're looking for jockeys and trainers, you don't have to look very hard.
No, the 3 has the best jockey and trainer, so it's the best combination in my opinion.
Our race shape shows 3 that want to be on the front, everybody else middle back. So again, this is something that could favor horses that are a little bit more forward in here, Terry. Again, we see 1 horse with a standout C zone.
Yeah, that 9 is going to be very, very comfortable in here with 85.27%. And then there's a couple others that are close to 50% or just above 50% threshold we like to see.
Don't splash the pot. Pretty big class dropper to go along with that pretty big simulation overlay. Also a yes horse, so we can get the pars. Also our top par, top simulated odds, but the 8-horse captures our top total pace. Terry, who captures the W for you to start the late pick 4?
Well, I like the 3 double neat. Won last race at Gulfstream Park, has the highest last speed rating, has a high percentage winning jockey and trainer. Then I like the 4 Storm of the Streets, ran second on the dirt in last race, has a high percentage winning jockey, can go the distance. The 5 is my third choice, won at last race at Gulfstream Park, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. And then the 9 Burlone, ran second versus 7 in the last race, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. My long shot, I'm going to play the last pick 4. 3, 4, 5, 9 with the 2, 7 with the 2, 7 with the 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8 $48 ticket.
I have the 3 double neat. That's my top selection today. Irad coming off a dominant win on the grass. This horse does tend to pair up good efforts. Number 2, Don't Splash the Pot. That's that simulation favorite at a price. Cutting back from 2 miles, Terry. I mean, he's cutting off like half of the race that ran last time. So being fit shouldn't be an issue. Then I have the 4-horse, Storm the Streets. Terry, kind of what they're doing in Iran now, and I certainly hope that they Horses for Good and Freedom win that to start off 2026. But in the case, storming the streets here, consistent for sure, should be forward and also going to drop a little bit in class. And then finally, the 8, Dream Dancer, top total pace. And the only time this horse ever ran on grass before, Terry, just absolutely demolished the competition. I went with the 2 and the 3. I really wanted to go deeper here, but you have to make choices. That's the choice I made. I hope I sneak my way out of this race. Then I got the 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 2, 4, 5, and 7 to close out my pick 4. Let's move off to race. How long do we have to race number 2, by the way, Terry?
We have 0 time. It's post time right now.
All right, so a little bit of a premonition right there, Terry. In race number 2, let's take a look at any value at the moment. The 5 horse, a little value there. The 2 horse, pretty fair. The 3 horse, pretty fair. The 7 horse, a bit of an overlay. That's the favorite in there, Terry. All the other ones are pretty much long shots in there. So if you're looking for a long shot with a chance, looks like really none of them kind of stack up like that.
Yeah.
Let's see our pick 4s. I think I left the 7 off of my ticket. Yeah, I did, of course. So turns out that one's the favorite. You can go ahead and single the 7, folks. I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah.
So that Outfox gets his double. But usually that's the way it works for me, Terry. Leave one off, pay a price.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. But so far, it's been the way. But it's a new year, so new things can change. Happy New Year, lad. Thanks for all you do. We appreciate it. Hopefully this one is a big one. Well, we're working on a lot of stuff. York. Hopefully soon it's going to be out. I'm really close. The only thing really the 7 horse, it's going to have to overcome a really bad start if it's going to live up to that 2-to-1 odds. It ended up not being the favorite at the end. And I have to say, I'm really not a fan if my horse kind of gives everybody like a 1.5 length start and then rushes up to try to get towards the lead again, which is kind of what that horse did. At the moment, the long shot Fluminate is on the lead, although the 7 has stormed into contention right there, Terry. Those other horses ran 22 and 62. That means that the horse had to run like 21 and change. So that's a pretty big ask, I feel like, Terry. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so.
But we'll see.
Hard. They use a lot of energy in that 7 to get it up there after that bad break.
Yeah, right now it looks like the 2 horse is going to be the runaway winner in the second race in a row. Then the 5, then the 3 perhaps. Although the 4 is going to make an effort, but I don't think the 4 is going to get there. So it's going to go 2, then it's going to go 3, then it's going to go 5. So there you go. 2, 3, and 5. 2 horse ended up coming down to 1-to-1 odds. Spicy guacamole. The 3 horse probably would have been better for us on our pick 3s, Terry, with 7-2, although the 5 horse at 4-1 would have been the choice. But nonetheless, we come home with a winner. We did race number 7 already, so now we're going to do race number 8. I better hide that real quick, Terry, because there's some significance to race number 8 today. We're trying to kick off the year in a 1-mile stakes race with a best bet. Again, 1 mile at the Gulfstream Park track does favor some early speed. You're looking at 21% of the time going wire to wire. Vita Mia on the rail should get a little bit of a boost with that post position. 2 through 7, a little bit under par. 8 and out's the best. In race number 8, Terry, we're looking for some speed, and we got 2 of them on the outside that should challenge one another early.
That's right. The 6 and the 7, they could go head to head that quarter pole. So
they should indeed go ahead. But the 6 horse is more of a co-pilot. This is a perfect sandwich almost. You got 3 on the front, 1 in the middle, 2 in the back. Those Sesame Street horses, the ones that are all by themselves, Terry, they can be dangerous, but it looks like horses could be a bit more dangerous with this setup today based upon their comfort zone scores.
Yeah, the 2 and the 5 have the best comfort zones by far. They're way above the 50% threshold we like to see.
Only 1 horse so far, the 7 horse, Seacane, hitting par for this level, 88. Michael Irvin, who was going a little bit crazy on the sidelines of that Miami, Ohio State game last night. Maybe Michael celebrating the new year a little bit early, but nonetheless, looked like he was enjoying himself. You have one class dropper in here, Terry. Who's the class from the connections?
Well, the 7 is the best jockey. The 2 has the best trainer stats, but the 7 has the best trainer jockey combination, in my opinion.
The simulation odds suggest that this race is pretty open. The 7 horse does capture your top total pace. Before we go on to talk about Terry's top pick to start 2026, I almost said 2025. Drum roll, please. And Terry's best bet to start 2026 is who?
I like in this race, C. Kane, the 7, finished third as a favorite last out, but the trainer wins 26% of the time with beating favorites. Trainer and jockey have strong win rates. And then I like the 2 as my second choice, finished in the money in 5 races out of 6 career starts. Won one of those. Has a high percentage winning trainer. Jetty's Home, the 6 is my third choice. Won last race at Churchill Downs. Trained by a high percentage winning trainer who wins 25% of the starts and has a high percentage winning jockey. And then Nikon, the 5 is my long shot. Won last race at Churchill Downs at today's distance. I'm going to bet $40 to win on the 7, $10 exacta box 2-7, a $10 exacta 7 over the 2, 3, 5, and 6. That's it.
All right. So Terry's best bet to start 2025 is in the books. 2026. I knew I was going to say 2025 at some point, Terry. It's in the books. So there you have it. 2 horse 1, race number 2. So lots of 2s going on over there at Gulfstream Park. Hey, right now we have 54 people watching on YouTube. So all 54 of you, grab your mouse right now, hit the subscribe and hit the like button. Boost us up over 30 likes today. And at the moment on X, we have 80 people watching. All 80 of you retweet. All 80 of you follow. All 80 of you hit that like button as well, so that both YouTube and X will promote Terry and I more frequently, so more horse race players are likely to find us. The easiest way that you can help the show. The easiest way we can help the show, Terry, is probably picking winners. So you have the 7 horse, Seacan, as your top pick. It is the only yes horse in the race. So again, one of these interesting angles to me, Terry, that I'm coming to really like in the 7 horse here. There's a few of the horses in this race that kind of meet that. You see the horse came out in its debut and just blew up the track. Boom. It was at Aqueduct. Came out in that second race and it regressed a little bit. That third race, many times, is the bounce back race after regression in race number 2. That's what I'm banking on. That's what Terry's banking on. If not, then I got that 5 horse dominated in her last race. It's another horse with that same pattern, third race bounce back potential. Jetty's Home, the 6 horse, tied for the simulation favorite in our smart sheets. That one should be on the lead, so everyone's going to have to pass it at some point. Then finally, the 4 horse Dunmore Beach. This one's going to be coming late at the end of the race. Moved up the speed ladder in every single one of its starts so far. Continuation up that speed ladder could make that one actually the one to beat. No bets for me. 2 races to go on this beginning day of 2026. Terry, did you? I know you said yesterday that you don't do resolutions, but you're going to do some goals. Have you done your goals already, or is that a post-show thing?
That's something I do after this show. I do it. Yeah, my wife and I both sit down and do it together. So she actually stayed up way late last night. I didn't make it to 12 o'clock. I was asleep at 11, but she hadn't gone to bed till 4. So she's probably going to sleep till at least noon. So we probably do it right after lunch.
And the 8th race, the one doesn't run design. Is that one Luis Reyes? Is that the jockey Luis Reyes? In the 8th race, the one's not going to run? Is he been scratched, Terry?
I don't know. Let me see.
Race number 8. Yeah, via me. No, race number 9, no scratches. Okay, I'm just kind of curious. Tell us, look out for that guy. All right, well, race number 9, they're on the all-weather. Terry, going a buck in the 8th. That's a pretty long trip in that sand, synthetic stuff. Early speed does good in the 11 races so far. 3 of the 11 went wire to wire. That's a pretty healthy number. Pretty strong rail. 4 designed for the Norman Raider-owned, Martin Drexler-trained 4-year-old filly. 2 and 3, those post positions, they get hit pretty hard, Terry. 4 through 7, a small bonus so far in the limited number of races. If you wear an 8, win rates have been dynamic. So plenty of them go wire to wire, Terry. Any of them got a chance to do that in race number 8?
Well, there's 3 of them that show pretty good speed, so it just depends on which one gets the best break and best decision by the jockey.
I always find these race shapes interesting. Look at all these closers, Terry. Everybody else kind of middle back. So a blob race where everybody wants to be in the middle of the pack. The 6 horse is a left arrow horse. The 3 horse is a left arrow horse. The 1 horse. So all your potential front runners, Terry, they usually like to come from off the pace, but today they might be the pace. Are any of them going to be comfortable out there?
Well, you take a look there. That 4 has got a 71%, and then the 9 is a 77%. So they're the 2 that are above that 50% threshold. A couple of them pretty close to 50%. So they're about 4 or 5 horses going to be comfortable in this race.
All of them either hit par or have been within 5 points of hitting that speed figure of 89. So all of them got a chance in here today. Only the 5 horse showing on our simulation, probably not. So in these kind of races, I do like to seek value and jockey trainers. So any of those that stand out to you?
Well, the first, the 1 horse has a 5-2 to 12-1. That's really nice. And then the 3 is from 3-1 to 5-1. And the 4 is from 18-1 to 20-1. And that's about all I see in the value. As far as the jockey trainer, the 7's the best jockey, the 5 best trainer, but the 7 has the best jockey trainer combination.
The 1 has the best simulated odds. The 3 has the top total pace score in there. Terry, this race looks like it's pretty wide open. So who do you think will take the top prize?
I like the 2, Dancing and Dixie. Finished 3rd versus Tougher in the last race. Drops in class today. Trainer and jockey have high win rates. Mama Bella, the 7, finished in the money in 6 races out of the last 8 starts, winning 2 of those. Has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. My 3rd choice is Charlie's Wish. Won in the last race at Churchill Downs. Trained by a high percentage winning trainer. Has a good 4 furlong workout on December 27th. And then I like the 5 as my long shot. Won his last race and trained by a high percentage winning trainer. No additional bets for me as I'm completely out of money.
I'm going to go with the 1 horse Design. That one does have that rail advantage. It is the simulation favorite at a price. Tyler Gaffleone riding that guy right there. Tyler G knows how to win. So why not at 12-1? I hope I get 12-1. The 3 horse Charlie's Wish showed stakes level late pace in most of its races. This one's been on the sidelines for a little bit. Decent workouts, prepping for the horse that has the top total pace. And then I have the 5 horse Oshala. This is another long shot here, Terry. Was better early in its last race, better fractions, despite going a little bit longer. Its resume says that 3rd start after a layoff, it's probably going to be the best of the group. And then finally, Dancing in Dixie. That's your morning line favorite. Definitely been facing off against stiffer competition than it's going to see most likely here today. I think the horse, though, has been facing so many stronger horses that it's just flat out forgotten how to win, Terry. My $4 exact key box to spend the rest of my Dolores. I think I have $6 left. I don't know where I bet that. It might be the next race.
Actually, I have 8.
I have 8 left?
Yeah.
All right, well, then I'll change my bet then. $4 exact key box. 1 over to 2, 3, 5, and 6. That one could pay off big if it hits. All right, last race for today, Terry, but one last time. I'm not sure. I haven't heard from Tom yet on Foreign Friday, so maybe Tom is still celebrating the new year. There may or may not be a Foreign Friday, but I know for sure there'll be a Parks on Monday, a Parks on Tuesday, probably an Aqueduct on Wednesday, Gulfstream on Thursday next week. And the only way you're going to catch all of the great content to come in the 364 days ahead is to do what?
You need to subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit the bell so that so that you're notified about any of the programs coming up. Copy the link at the bottom, share it with everybody you know. Go to Horse Racing Today at our social sites at the X, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Blue Skies gives us a thumbs up and a like, and keep these comments and picks coming. We like to see them.
Yes, and we're going to make some picks for the final stakes race of the day. The Dania Beach Stakes, 175 grand at stake for 1 mile on the turf. Again, we talked about that being one complete revolution around the track, kind of like the planet yesterday, right? One complete revolution around the sun done. And Buck on the turf course. Stalkers do great. 22% of the time they go wire to wire. There's the strong rail for a million dreams, something that's, I think, appropriate for the start of a new year. 2 and 3, a discount. 4+ almost fair. Inside a little bit better than outside. Terry, so who gets the first call in the finale today?
Well, you can take a look there. The 2 probably, but there's 2 other horses that may have something to say about that. So it kind of anyone's guess who gets that quarter pole first.
So looking at that, 5 and the 10 want to be on the lead. So the 5 should be the one that presses out there. The 2, that's another one of those left arrow horses. How many times have we seen those left arrow horses win, Terry? Yeah. Not only is it a left arrow horse, but it's one that's going to be, despite its penchant for closing, could be very comfortable near the front.
That's right. It's good. It got a really great C-zone figure, according to 6, and the 6 also has one. The 9 is above 50%, and the 1. So we've got some pretty good horses in there that are going to like what they're doing.
Yeah, maybe some overlays to consider too.
Yeah, the 2 has an overlay from 7-1 to 12-1. 7's overlay from 3-1 to 5, 7-2, and the 10's overlay is from 7-1 to 12-1.
Indeed. So as far as our connections, again, we like to focus on jockeys and trainers. I think it's really more of an agent thing, really. But hey, good agents get their jockeys good rides, and which jockeys you're likely to give which horse a good ride.
Well, the 5 looks like the best jockey according to the data. The 1 looks like the best trainer, but I think the 2 is the best jockey-trainer combination.
Yeah, pretty good stuff in there. 5 is your simulation favorite, tied with the 7. Although you got the 2, 5, 7, and 10 really in close proximity. 2, 7, 8, and 5 over here. But again, a lot of these horses in close proximity. It does look like the finale today could go a lot of different ways, Terry. Which way do you have it going?
I like the 5 Honey Dutch, finished 3rd in the last race, kind of improve it. The shorter distance switches to high percentage, meaning jockey has a good workout. 4 furlongs on December 24th, and I like 4 Zeppelin. 1 is debut race at Churchill Downs. Trainer and jockey have high win rates. Has a nice 4 furlong work at December 21st. Glorious Boy, the 7, won 2 of the last 3 races. Highest last speed rating, and has a high percentage winning trainer. Number 1, A Million Dreams, finished in the money in 5 start. And the last 5 starts, winning 1 of those, has a high percentage winning trainer. No additional bets for me here.
Good afternoon. Happy New Year that you like the 3rd in the Gulfstream. I will get that up in just a second for you there, Juan. Hold on. I have this a 7-horse Glorious Boy. That's my winner in the finale. Going to be closing, and this guy is coming off just a pretty incredible workout for this. I wonder if the clocker was wrong, but he run 46. He's run nothing close to that in any other of his workouts. So maybe that horse coming off that big effort, the guy's kicking the doors down and ready to run again, Terry. Either that or he left it all on the practice track. We're going to find out in race number 10. I have after that Honey Dutch, the 5-horse. That's your morning line favorite. It's also tied for our simulation favorite. Definitely going to try to go forward, and we know for sure that Irad will be elbowing them down the stretch if they come anywhere near him. The 2-horse Squire, long shot in there. It's the only yes horse with the best C-zone, 12-1 morning line. We get a big price. Hey, got to take him. And then finally the 4 Led Zeppelin. Got to give this longie a shot as well. Had a pretty difficult start in its debut. Big rally to win. And the horse that finished 3rd in that race, Terry, came back to win. So that might actually be a better race than it even looked on paper. I have $8 left. Terry told me I'm going to put all on the 7 to win. There are picks for the entirety of the day. Off to a decent start to start the new year, Terry. The 4-horse won the first race. The 2-horse won the second race. That means all of these horses, Terry, are going to win every race. Never happened before, but why not start the new year with a new record? What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's good. But I need to tell you that I made a little mistake because you actually have more money left because I didn't notice that you used a $4 exacta in that 7th or 9th race. Yeah, you only used $4 instead of $5. So instead of using spending $40, you spent $36. So you have another. I'm sorry, 32. So you have another $8 if you want to bet it somewhere.
Well, what I'm going to do then is I'm just going to do in this race 7, 5, 2, and 4. I got a lot of long shots in there, so let's just make it a trifecta box, Terry.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
That sounds good to me.
Yeah, so we're going to go, and that'll leave me what, $4 or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Me and my math. All right, there you go. So here are, speaking of bets, race number 2 is in the books. Race number 3, nothing. Race number 4, the second of the pick 4s. Race number 5, a $5 exact the key box. Race number 6, nothing. Race number 7, another pick 4. Race number 8, Terry's best bet of the day, the 7 horse, lucky number 7 to start off 2026. Race number 9, that long shot for me, and a $4 exact the key box. And then in the finale, a newly minted 50-cent trifecta box. Wraps up the opening day for 2026, Terry. Usually we got some words of wisdom, but how about some words of encouragement for the remainder of the new year?
Well, yeah, I mean, you've got 365 days, or 364 and a half days to do some really nice, fabulous things. Just go ahead, and some of the goals that I'll probably look at is my financial goals, and to trim up some things, get rid of some things, and also, some personal health goals. So that might be something you want to look at, see if you can do that. I'd like to extend my life a little bit. So anyway, stay around.
We all want to see you around, Harry.
Yeah, I do. And I'm also hoping that our program here keeps growing. We get past that 10,000 subscriptions, and we can start presenting some of the smart sheets for people to purchase and use. So all of that's good stuff.
So in race number 2, it went 2, 3, and 5. Giovanni, 2, 3, 5. Race number 2. Yes, indeed, Terry. We certainly want to make sure that in 2026 that we do get those smart sheets out. They'll be out very soon, folks. I got a breakthrough while I was down in Florida. So unquestionably that will be a part of the new year. I kind of like Jordan Peterson's outlook on things. 2026, I'm going to aspire to be 1% better tomorrow than I was today, so that the end of the year I'll be 365% better than I am today. I don't know if that's attainable, Terry, because I feel like I'm at the peak already. Just kidding, of course. But we certainly hope that no matter what your resolutions, your goals are for today, the year ahead, the week ahead, we certainly hope unquestionably that they are filled with God's grace, God's favor, and every single thing that you do ends up in
the winner's circle.
I'm not quite sure if we'll see you tomorrow. If not, enjoy the rest of the opening weekend of 2026, and have a blessed day.